Because you already found out, what's the one thing, and the low pressure within the eye basically sucks up millions of gallons, pulling it away from shore. It can go for miles sometimes, depending on the strength. Anyway, that water comes back. With prejudice. I grew up on the Alabama Gulf Coast. Walked down to the beach as a hurricane was approaching. I was in middle school, and had no idea you couldn't see a hurricane the same way you can a tornado. Anyway, the beach was drained entirely. Not knowing any better, I walked out to the end of the public fishing pier that would normally be about 8 to 9 feet deep. A few minutes passed, I was satisfied with this excursion, so I turned around. About 2/3 rds of the way back to the shore, I felt the ground rumble, and I instinctively hauled ass as fast as I could. I'd say I finally got to about 20 feet from a jetty, rocks piled up to mitigate erosion, and got hit from behind by a wall of water. It actually carried me up and onto the very top of the jetty, and slammed me down. I could feel that my sandals left my feet, and by pure luck, they floated up and gently settled right by my hands where I was holding on to the rocks. The water receded slightly, enough for me to get over the jetty and away from the beach. I was so embarrassed that I never told my mom about it, and snuck into my house to get a shower and changed. Fast forward to 2017 when I was living on the Florida Gulf Coast. A bunch of people walked down into Tampa Bay right as Hurricane Irma was rolling in. I legit got anxiety watching the footage from the local TV station. Needless to say, I've never gone anywhere near the water edge of a hurricane again. First responder here. Garage door springs. Let a pro fix them. I work at a heavy machine shop. There is a shop door and there is a man door. If you need to walk in or out, you should use the man door. It may seem like such a harmless thing, but the massive overhead doors are really heavy, and should something fail and it fall, you are no match for its speed and weight. It will thoroughly fuck you up. Do not attach two very active dogs to the handle of a Razor scooter because you want to see if they'd be good sled dogs. Also, do not attempt to rollerblade while walking a dog that loses his mind whenever he sees a squirrel. I used to take two dogs on rollerblades and just go bat out a hell down our rural bike trail. Had a boxer and a husky, basically raced each other every time. It was a pure adrenaline rush, but I was like 19 and all about it. Now in my 40s, this is one of many things I used to do that makes me wonder how the hell did I make it this long, lol. Customs officers. They have no sense of humor, don't ask me how I know. First time going to the USA, I was in the website of the National Security Service reading everything to make sure I had everything correct. First thing I read in the FAQ and tips page, do not try to make fun of the custom officer. Well, thank you so much, National Security Service of the United States of America. I was absolutely not planning to, but damn lol. Customs and Border Patrol have really broad discretion to make your day really, really bad. For real? One time I was traveling from Ireland to the US, got to US Customs, dude asked me like 3 simple questions and then sent me to secondary processing. Now, in Ireland, US Customs is located in Dublin Airport, so I was just sitting here for an hour wondering if I'm even going to make my flight. Eventually my name is called, my passport is stamped, and I'm free to go. I asked what the issue was and was just told that they can't disclose that information. Really felt like they were just bored and felt like fucking with someone. Oral health. Brush your damn teeth or you'll sorely regret it later. Edit, brushing is oftentimes not enough. I brushed regularly and still got cavities in between my teeth from not flossing. At least once a day do a full routine of flossing, brushing, tongue scraper, and mouthwash. I usually just brush in the morning and do the full shebang at night. Would have saved me thousands of dollars if I had started this earlier. Don't work full-time and go to school full-time. I was like May. I can do whatever I put my mind to. It broke my brain. I repressed my stress, but my brain and body didn't care. Started waking up in middle night with panic attacks thinking I was dying. Got agoraphobia. Places like airports and malls I would get vertigo. Dizzy and lightheaded and feel like I was floating, which would trigger what is wrong with me panic attack. Rinse repeat. I went to doctor and he was like, you are doing way too much. Stop doing that. And he was right. So you actually can do too much. And even if you can brute force it, your brain and body will eventually rebel against you. I was in the ocean with my then wife. We'd gotten out to the sandbar, and were just chilling. She was on a beach raft sunning and I was just gently pushing us around. I had my back to the shore, and I saw something go by. It was sofa-sized, and it went by pretty fast. I had this immediate understanding of what was going on. I'm standing in chest-deep water in prime shark attack territory. I said, hey, let's go in, and started pushing towards shore. It went by between us and the shore. Then there were 2 of them. Then 3. We still had to cross the ditch, and I was realizing that we really might not make it. But it turned out to be dolphins, not sharks. I'm quite a bit more cautious in the ocean now. Customs officers. They have no sense of humor, don't ask me how I know. My mom and I did the bridge walk from Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, USA to Sault Ste. Marie, Canada. We were told by numerous event staff, Michigan Police, Canadian Mounted Police, USA side bridge workers, etc. that we did not need a full passport for the walk, just valid ID because it was a special event. Canada welcomed us. USA Customs are mean. We got detained trying to come back in. Road rage. I was chased by a guy threatening me to shoot me. That was the last time I yelled at somebody while driving. One of my assistants got shot recently with her kid in the car in a road rage incident. They followed her and sprayed bullets into her car. Thankfully she was near a hospital. They didn't hit her daughter and the bullet hit an area missing any major nerves and blood vessels. First responder here. Garage door springs. Let a pro fix them. I'm a door tech. I once responded to a call on a 10 by 10 door where the homeowner tried to adjust the springs himself. Unclear exactly what happened, but somehow he released all the tension and it hit him and it knocked him off his ladder. He survived with a mangled hand and a nasty fall. I could see the dried blood on the floor when I got there. I have COS and some other issues and have been told my chances are almost non-existent. I'm also about to turn 39 soon. I will stay vigilant until I hit menopause, smiley face. I'm lucky that my diagnosis does not affect me as I was already planning to be child-free. But there is no way I am leaving that up to chance, even if that chance is only 2%.
Hey guys, this is the Rogue YouTuber here. I recently had a big change in my life. I had a baby daughter. Here she is. If you could do me a favor and remember to hit the subscribe button and bang the bell, I'm hoping to really create a YouTube channel that really gets people excited and brings people the best, most interesting content collated from across the internet. I'm saving up to save my little girl to Carnegie Mellon Computer Science Department. So please remember to like and subscribe. See you next time.